An increasing number of Oklahoma communities are trying new ways to deal with a very old problem: stray animals. In Tulsa, the mayor has launched a new plan that will cost money, but he's getting some major help in the effort from local organizations.
Tulsa Mayor G.T. Bynum recently unveiled an 8-step plan to reduce the number of stray animals on city streets and improve conditions for those animals in the local shelter. It calls for increased staffing, extended shelter hours, improving conditions and operations at the shelter, updating city ordinances, and launching online licensing, along with education and outreach.
Our overall goal here is not just to make some much needed improvements in-house at the city of Tulsa and then declare victory and act like everything was over at that point. But our overall goal is that we want Tulsa to be a no-kill shelter.
And now the mayor is getting some major help.
A partnership that we are forming between the 3 largest animal welfare organizations here in the city of Tulsa. That's Tulsa Animal Welfare, the Humane Society of Tulsa, and the Tulsa SPCA.
Gina Gardner is president of the board of directors for the Humane Society of Tulsa.
The time has come that we need to do something that's never been done before. We need to all work together cohesively with transparency, with support for all of our organizations, and with a common goal that is to raise the live release rate at Tulsa Animal Welfare above 90%. Right now we're focusing, of course, on bringing spay and neuter services to the community, offering free mobile spay and neuter clinics, opening more low-cost clinics so that it's very accessible for all of Tulsa to get their pets altered.
They will also work on increasing adoptions and transporting animals outside of town and to areas where adoptions are in demand.
So we're going to be looking at an immediate increase of over 3,000 animals transported out of Tulsa next year. That is our goal.
Tulsa SPCA Executive Director Mindy Tyner wants to see their coalition expand to other groups.
We're really interested in talking with some of the other great agencies in Tulsa and the surrounding communities that are making a difference as well, and just kind of discussing with them how they can participate in the coalition and help us make a difference.
And Gina Gardner says their goal is to also help every person in the area who needs some help with their pet.
Whether that's they need food for their pet, they need supplies for their pet, they need temporary boarding, whatever it is, we want to have a cohesive group of resources that can help these people.
City of Tulsa Animal Welfare Director Jean Letcher welcomes the new plan and the extra help from private groups, saying they will begin to address many issues.
We're keeping an eye out for animals that are being left outside with no shelter, no food, and no water, and accessible water. Frozen water is not doing them any good.
Letcher says now they depend on calls from residents who see a pet being neglected to be able to launch investigations. Other Oklahoma communities are looking at new city ordinances requiring all pet owners to spay or neuter their animals after a certain age. Letcher says that is already the law in Tulsa, but she doesn't have the staff to do much enforcement.
The 2009 numbers, we were taking in about 15,000 animals. This past year, it was around 9,000. So we are making a dent. Spay neuter is working with new staff, additional staff. Then we can take a day or 2 days, target a neighborhood where we have a lot of strays, inform people of the law, and then follow up to make sure that they're being compliant.
The Tulsa Animal Shelter has a release rate today of 65%. With City Hall's new approach and help from the coalition, they have a shot at reaching their goal of finding homes for 90% of Tulsa's abandoned or unwanted animals.